Hey guys, it's Max. How's everyone doing today? Let's check out the Defiance and YieldMax funds end of day. We'll do a little end of day wrap up here. We'll see who has call spreads on, etc., etc. Okay. Well, these guys, I got the trades for today. I got more trades, and there was no morning trade. They just have the 89 options they sold for $14.50 that expire today. Then they sold some today also that expire tomorrow. They sold twice as many, 177 like they normally do. So it just looks like they did a half tranche today. So anyway, these guys made $151,000. So that means they're up 7 cents a share on the month. I need to reset all the stuff, the resets monthly, and I just haven't yet, but triple QY. These guys are, so it should be out of the money. Never mentioned how much I hate spreadsheets. All right, so these guys are up 9 cents a share on the month. Dividend estimate will be reset tomorrow. IWMY. These guys sold 310 options for 13 bucks. They had to cover them for 103. Is that right? Let's look at the trades. IWMY, those are 30s, the 2231s, 1335, 2231s. So buy to close, it's not those. Buy to close, 2235. 310 expired. So this is showing expired. Okay. This is showing 1 point in the money. So expired means zero. We'll just put expired there. So these guys made $413,000. So 3 out of 3 wins today. USO. USO has a little work to do. We can keep going on the same trend line we're going right there and maximize the profit for this trade. Okay, so now let's look at the single stocks or the index high yields. Look at that SPY T outperforming on the upside, as is ZIVB, as is YMAG, as is IWMI. Nice job, guys. Look at Riser killing it down there. YBTC and Maxi pulling back. Everything else looks pretty good. Everything's up, is up that's supposed to be up. That looks good to me. Here's the single stocks. We got Coinbase, Mr. Beto pulling back. A and B is outperforming on the way down. That's not ideal. Now what Beto's doing is more ideal, where it's catching a lot of buffer versus what its parent is doing. AMZ also outperformed on the way down by a little bit today. So, but in the good department, we have AMD outperforming on the way up, aptly catching a ton of upside, as is GUI and as is Marty. Nice job, guys. Tesla outperformed Tesla. That's nice to see. Infly outperformed, and that is nice to see as well. All right, so I jotted down some of the call spreads. I went to the website and I watched a video, and then, but I got most of the call spreads here. So what we're looking for is we want this column here to turn green. It means our call spreads have gotten in the money. Last week it happened on 3 of our spreads. It happened to Baba, Netflix, and NVIDIA. So we'll keep an eye on it. Right now it hasn't happened to any of them yet, but it looks like it's pretty close to happening to XOMO. or ExxonMobil, in other words, and Dizzo is close to going in the money as well. And so is GUI for that matter. So we'll keep an eye on those. We'll keep an eye on those and see how they do. So now here is Max's volatility report, and this looks at the volatility in the market, the VIX market, VIX, and also the volatility of volatility market. But this looks at stuff that happens within that market and tries to predict, with the stuff that happens in that other market, what's going to happen in the S&P. So it does it on two different time frames. The longer time frame has been read since July 18th, saying that they think something's going to happen in the longer time frame. In the shorter time frame, it switches back and forth between bullish to bearish. Well, it just switched back this morning from bullish to bearish, and then since then the market, pretty much went straight up. So this is called a whipsaw right here. Market can't decide what it wants to do. Back here, it switched from bullish to bearish, and the market kind of whipsawed. In other words, went sideways or the wrong way. It's kind of what's doing now. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on it. We will keep an eye on it. At some point, the longer time frame will turn green again. And then the shorter time frame turns green at the same time. Then it's clear sailing ahead. Like back here, you had double green. SPY was at 545 within a couple of weeks, up to 555. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on that kind of stuff. I like to follow trends in the market, and I'm trying to show you guys how to follow a simple trend. All right, guys, I appreciate you being here. Hope you have a nice evening, and I will talk to you tomorrow.